I say Messi's not even the best Argentinian. Maradona was better than him.
Before football became a game of systems, statistics, and perfection, there was chaos. And in that chaos, one man ruled it all. He didn't just play the game, he bent it to his will.
Who would you say was the better player?
For me, Maradona was the best player I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, ever.
A genius to some, a villain to others, a god to millions. This is Diego Maradona, through the voices of football legends.
I haven't seen many players as complete as him. He could score right and left, so he was so complete.
Maradona turned past two and runs away from Reed. And then gets past Butcher and past another, and Maradona goes on and scores one of the greatest goals the World Cup has ever seen.
Maradona was my hero when I was young.
Yeah, he was too fast.
Oh.
For me, Maradona was the top because he could play, he could manage the referee, the opponent. He was able to do unbelievable.
As a footballer, and the pleasure he brought to thousands or millions and millions of people around the world will never be forgotten.
In my big defeats, he would always call me. In my victories, never. Never.
C'è anche Carnevale, Maradona! Maradona! Diego Armando Maradona!
If Maradona was playing in this era, is there any limit to what he could have achieved?
They tried to kick him all the time, to get him out of the game. At one time it happened with a player of Bilbao, Goicoechea, who broke his leg, and they tried to do that all the time. So can you imagine if he had the protection of now, and the video, and the cameras and everything, you couldn't stop him because he was unstoppable. And so therefore, this is a new era. It's a new way of playing football. But for me, Maradona is the best player I've ever seen in my life.
Estaba anotando acá, tengo todo borroneado, ¿no? Señoras y señores, Canica que no. Diego, pégate, Diego, gol. Gracias, jugador de bola, Diego. Gol.
Going into 86 with Maradona, the pressure that was on him to be the player, number one player in the world, and then to play like he did, although they lost the first game. I think he just didn't disappoint in any game as the world player, the world-class player, and the number one player in the world at the moment with the way he played and how great he was with everything.
I think Maradona first got me glued to football, glued to watching international football. When he played full on that Argentinian shirt and on the biggest stage of all, 86 especially, you see the way he manipulated that football, his balance and poise what he had. And even in domestic football where he played in Italy and he was getting kicked from pillar to post, it was hard to put him down. He was just great balance, great desire and skill, and the goals what he scored were just fantastic.
How did you stop Maradona on the pitch?
No, you couldn't stop Maradona. Maradona was unstoppable. No way to stop him. You cannot play one against one. You couldn't play one against one against Maradona. He was unstoppable.
Was he the greatest player you ever faced?
Yes, no doubt, he was the best. At that period, he was the best.
Best moments have come when from set situations.
There's Maradona.
This fella's in the box.
Oh, he's done it! Just as you were saying, creating...
And Maradona, even when we're on the pitch with it, you were in awe of him because he was so obviously better than everybody else.
Was he the best player you ever played against?
Oh, by a country mile.
So he's better than
anyone else ever.
He went to Napoli, the pressure that he was under there, and what he'd done to lift Napoli as a town against that AC Milan side, that great AC Milan side, and they won 2 Scudettos, and I think they won a European trophy as well.
Teams that
you couldn't mark him. You know what I mean? Whether he stayed up the top bit or he dropped in the middle. The goal against Belgium, what people don't talk about. Second goal against Belgium on the edge of the box goes through 3 or 4 of them. We're talking about the diminutive structure of the guy and how strong he was. He hit a ball off balance and he still didn't fall over.
No, he was a fantastic player. He was a fantastic player, and by the way he played in different countries. I believe when Maradona played football, it was more difficult to play football. And living in Italy at that time, at the same time, he changed the whole atmosphere of the entire city of Napoli.
For me, Maradona was the best player I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, ever. Look, I see also Messi. I see also Ronaldo. I see them. I I haven't been on the pitch in order to see how good he is. But in those days, you were a target. They kicked the hell out of you. They really wanted to kick you out of the game. You had no protection whatsoever. Now, they have that protection. Good, also. But I see Maradona in that era kick you out and then being so influential. And I said to myself, that is fantastic. That is unbelievable. I saw Maradona in that era and I said to myself, oh my God.
Maradona trying to drive forward again. Steve Hodges put it in the air and Maradona jumps and Maradona scores.
When he's juggling the ball to Life is Life, and he's got the whole crowd going before he even starts the match. It just looks, and I wonder if this is why there's been this reaction from professional footballers particularly. It just looks so effortless and natural.
Absolutely.
He's worshipped in Argentina. It constantly had a huge entourage around it. I never thought in my lifetime that I would see anyone come remotely close to Diego in terms of ability with the football. I think we've seen Messi, who's very similar in many ways, but Diego was incredible. I've just never seen anyone have just such a beautiful affection with the football.
You know, Maradona going to Napoli at that time was crazy when he left Barcelona. It was like, what's going on there? And look what he done.
So, I love about Maradona and these players compared to me. I love Maradona's bit of madness.
Maradona ha mantenuto le promesse.
I read a quote. It says, Messi, even if he's technically as good, or maybe even better, he can't surpass him. Lionel Messi does not have Maradona's charisma.
I don't lie.
No.
I say what I think.
Big conversation, who's the best player in the world that ever played, Maradona or Messi? Everyone says, most people say Maradona because the personality, the character. You think of Ciro Ferrara, Gianfranco. Big personalities, big characters, even off the pitch. I think that's an important piece when you put a team together.
What was it like in training?
It was amazing. I cannot tell you how many times we stopped the training and we start clapping about what Maradona was doing on the pitch. It was amazing. But what people they don't know about him is that he was such a good guy, good heart. Diego was so big, so they was outshining everybody. He was very modern. He could link play, he could attack the deep.
In '86, he was just unplayable. I mean, I know you talk about the hand of God goal, and we could argue about that, but the other goal he scored in that game, I mean, you've got to realise as well, the pitch at the Azteca was awful. And to do what he did, that little pivot and turn on the halfway line and then go past the players like they weren't there, was just a most remarkable thing. It's the closest in my life that I've ever felt like I ought to applaud someone else scoring a goal. Obviously I didn't, because you get destroyed back home, but he was head and shoulders the best player of my generation. As soon as he gets the ball, whoever's closest, you get to him. The trouble with man-to-man marking, because he was so clever, once he beats one, then what happens? Yeah. And so it was a difficult one, but whatever we tried, it didn't work.
For me, it was like I was just coming there to do my thing, because there's nothing any player can do there that can surpass what he's done, because he single-handedly take the club to glory.
Yeah.
He's so big.
Oh my God.
Maradona is
like a god, isn't
he?
A
demigod.
In Napoli.
He's like a demigod there.
Wow.
He's so big. Going to the city, you see Maradona murals everywhere.
Wow.
Every corner of the city, everywhere. So it was a huge thing. To be honest with you, there's nothing any player can do.
Nothing.
In Napoli.
To surpass. You're wasting your time.
You can win them 5 Champions League. You can win them 10 Scudettos. Whatever you want to win. You can never eclipse Maradona.
Yeah.
Bueno, para nosotros los argentinos.
Well, for us, the Argentinians, the number 10 is a very special number, because you talk about number 10, Maradona comes to your mind automatically. Right? During our whole lives, those of us who grew up playing football wanted to be like him, although no one was able to be like him. That was our dream and desire, and try to copy what Maradona did.
Just like you were saying, it is worldwide, not just for Argentinians. That's because Maradona, was an idol for everyone.
for the whole world.
There were a lot of English players really wanted to kick him into Rose Ed.
Well, they should have done.
They couldn't get near him. That was the big problem.
Yeah,
they could not get near him. He picks up the ball in his own half, weaves his way through. Nobody can get near him. And when they do get close enough, his physique, his stature was such that he just wasn't going to be knocked off the ball. And he goes through and he scores. A wonder goal.
He was just so unique, you know, the way he dribbled, the goals that he scored, you know, the joy that he brought to everyone. It was just amazing.
He was the first main reason why I started playing football. My first superhero. The reason I went out on my estate trying to replicate what he'd done at the World Cup, scoring that amazing goal.
Absolute genius. When you watch him doing things with the ball, I mean, we could only dream of doing some of that. But of course, when you're growing up, everyone's who's the best player in the? It was Maradona. You know, it was just a given, wasn't it, that Maradona was the best player in the world at that time.
Ronaldo and Messi are probably out on their own in that department, really, with the goals scored. But as a naturally gifted footballer, he has to be the best that we've ever seen.
Op een gegeven moment zeggen, ja, wie is beter, Maradona of Gullit?
Who is better, Maradona or Gullit?
You don't have to ask me that, because I know Maradona is the best. He had complete control of the ball. His foot almost looked like a hand. He really had them under control. With so much finesse, I didn't know a player who had so many qualities. We met so many times, but also off the field. He was a great player. He had a personality. He was a leader. And he could play football incredibly well. But we also knew it wasn't going to last long with him. That was the pity of all. He has left behind a legacy which makes him the greatest of all time. It was tough facing Diego Maradona. He was a great opponent because he was always getting kicked around quite a lot by his opponents, but he always remained, except for a few occasions when he lost his patience. Still, he was a very likable opponent on the pitch. He talked a lot, especially before matches. Before the game, you would always see him arriving in pain, saying, today I can't do it, my foot hurts. But then the match would start, and Diego Maradona would become an incredible opponent. Physically incredible. He was truly a monster, besides his technical ability. And then there was his personality. He carried the entire atmosphere with him.
We will remember him. When I speak about Maradona, I just want to laugh, because he made us all laugh so much. But Diego, I miss.
Messi's a baby. That's why we don't talk a lot about the comparison between Maradona, Pelé and Messi, because I have always said that Maradona, for me, had a higher level than Messi.
¿Qué te viene a la cabeza?
Muchos de los recuerdos que cuando los rememoraba me producían una sonrisa